For the next 60 seconds, don't control your thoughts. Don't improve them. Don't suppress them. Just watch. Notice the next thought that appears. You didn't choose it. It simply arrived. Now keep watching. Something subtle begins to happen. Thoughts hesitate. They lose momentum. They behave differently when observed. The mind changes when it knows it's being watched. And that's where this gets strange. In quantum physics, scientists discovered something unsettling. A particle exists as probability, spread out, undefined, potential. But the moment it is measured, it collapses into a definite state. The act of observation doesn't just reveal reality, it forces it to take shape. Now here's the unsettling question. What if this isn't just physics? What if the same principle operates inside your own awareness? Because when you look at your mind changes. And when you look for the one who is looking, something even stranger happens. The birth of the witness. When people first turn inward, they meet turbulence, mental noise, emotional tension, stories looping endlessly. So the first instruction makes sense. Step back, observe your thoughts, let them pass like clouds, and it works. You feel space. Instead of I am anxious, it becomes anxiety is being observed. Instead of I am angry, it becomes anger is appearing. Relief follows. Distance softens reaction. A new identity forms. I am the witness, not the storm, the sky, not the thoughts, the awareness behind them. And for a while, this feels like freedom. But stay with it. Don't stop at relief, because something begins to shift. You're watching thoughts, but now you're also aware that you're watching thoughts. There's watching, and there's awareness of watching. A strange recursion. So ask gently, who is this witness? Where is it located? Behind the eyes, in the chest, somewhere inside the head? Take a moment, feel for it. Don't imagine, look. If you find a center, a point behind the eyes, a pressure in the forehead, a subtle glow in the chest, notice something important. You are aware of that location, which means it cannot be the final seer. Pause. Let that land. Anything you can notice is not what you fundamentally are. This is where identity begins to migrate. First, you thought, I am the body, but the body can be observed. So that shifts. I am the mind, but thoughts can be observed. So that shifts again. I am the witness, but now the witness feels detectable, subtle, but still perceptible. And if it can be perceived, it belongs to the field of experience, not the source of it. So the I moves deeper. Body observed, mind observed, witness observed. Each time what you thought was me becomes content, until eventually there is nowhere left to retreat. Let's do this directly, right now. Feel that you exist, not your name, not your story, just the simple sense, I am. Before words, immediate, undeniable. Now ask, where is that located? Don't answer intellectually. Look, is it in the head, in the chest, floating somewhere in space? Where exactly? If you point to a location, notice you are aware of that location, which means the true knower is not confined there. So shift. From where is that location being observed? Look again. Every time you identify a center, it becomes an object. Every time you find me, it turns into something seen. This is the paradox. The observer can never be located, because locating makes it an object, and the true subject cannot be objectified. At this stage, something uncomfortable happens. The thinking mind begins to panic, because the solid I is dissolving. So it upgrades. I am pure awareness. I am consciousness itself. I am the eternal witness. These feel profound, but examine them carefully. Even the thought I am awareness is appearing, which means it too is being noticed. And if it is noticed, it cannot be what you are. This is subtle. The mind will try to own liberation. It will create a refined identity, spiritual, detached, immovable. But it is still structure, still form, still a position, and anything positioned can be observed. Now the objection appears. If awareness is always present, Why don't I experience it in deep sleep? Look carefully. Do you have any memory of non-existence? Or do you simply have absence of memory? Deep sleep removes mental activity. No thoughts, no images, no self-reflection. But absence of content is not proof of absence of being. You never experience non-existence. You only experience waking up. The mind assumes, no memory means I vanished. But that assumption itself is a thought appearing now. The sense of being someone who watches comes and goes. But the basic fact of presence is never directly experienced as absent. The beautiful collapse. At a certain point, the search exhausts itself. You try to find the observer. It slips. You try to stabilize awareness. It expands. You try to locate the center. It dissolves. There is seeing, but no seer can be found. There is thinking, but no thinker appears. There is breathing, but no breather stands apart from it. Experience continues. Function continues. Life continues. But the central claimant, the owner, is missing, and that is not a problem. It is freedom, because without a center to defend, there is nothing to protect. Without a fixed observer, there is only seamless experiencing. No inside, no outside, no subject, no object, just what is happening. The final turning. This is the part many teachings don't emphasize. The witness is not the final truth. The witness is transitional, useful, powerful, but still relational. As the sage Nisargadatta Maharaj said, the witness is the real's reflection in purity. Reflection, not the source. When the mind becomes clear, a sense of witnessing appears, like the moon reflected in still water. But the moon is not in the water. The reflection depends on conditions. The real does not. Even witness consciousness arises and falls, and what you are does not arise and does not fall. So right now, before thought answers, are you located anywhere? Search gently. Can you find a boundary where you end and experience begins? Or is everything simply appearing in a field with no center? Don't conceptualize. Just look. If you cannot find the observer, perhaps there never was one, and nothing needs to replace it. No better identity, no grander witness, no upgraded self, just this, unowned, unplaced, unmeasured. The looking paradox resolves itself when the looker disappears, and what remains was always here, not someone aware, just awareness, without center, without edge, without owner. Pause, fade.